identified some of the issues that's in the industry. Many, of course, we all know what the issues are. I'm not talking of with the government side. I'm talking of even the private side. The spate of accidents here and there, in the waterways, the dockyards, although they are mostly privatized dockyards, but even the quality of work they do, these are the kind of things we come together to discuss on. And maybe we will find a solution one day, and we'll tell a listening government what to do one day. Maybe they will listen. Thank God we have Captain here. He has the ear of the government. At least when he sneezes, the government in this subsector, they will shake. So we are happy to have you, sir. Thank you.
There is no salvation from anywhere. Neither there was any help. Just one agency helped us, and they helped us immensely. That we were able to graduate these students. By the way, the centers were Bayelsa and Lagos. What we did was we gathered students from all over Nigeria when we received a subvention, and we asked the governors, we wrote to the governors, because marine surveying must become a part and parcel of the maritime system. We took the students offshore in ships, because most of them had, because we did it, once you have physical science, BSc, you are qualified to come in for that 1 year practical training. We produced manuals that has set the standard till now. Nobody can produce what we have produced by experience. So it's been a very, very tough journey.
Designing the program, the PGD program in marine surveying wasn't easy. It was a tough task. But at the end of the day, we were able to achieve it. It's on autopilot now. It's running by itself. And we thank God that all is going well. The second batch is graduating in less than 1.5 months. They are writing their projects now. They are finished all the coursework and all that. So I want to encourage all of us that we should not be tired. We should keep pushing. Know that the energy that you are, how will I put it? That you are fusing out is having impact on some of us and some other younger ones.
It was quite a nice experience and a good opportunity because it was challenging initially being on board in the midst of all the male, maybe like 26 male, you are the only one or maybe 2 of you. But the Genesis World Guide really encouraged us. Like they put in a lot to make sure we stayed, and they put in a lot to make sure we learn. Because every opportunity that comes, then even when Moby was trying to like do something up for female mariners and all that, they always let us know, go for the exam, go for all, and he was always following up. Like when he see you, how are you coping, how is everything like that. And when the opportunity comes for like, okay, we need to send some people to go and do some certain course, he was always make sure that we are part of it. So I was there for till I got to second officer. Ooh. I served for some years with them. It was after marriage I stopped. But it was an experience that it was worth it. Like it was worth it. It was something I was proud of doing. And even when I come across young people that are trying to go into the profession, I actually do encourage them.
The insurance, the banks, the economy. But you find that you don't really have people that know what to do. You know, it's part of the course, it's part of what we take in the school, you know. And a lot of companies have lost money due to the so-called surveyors not doing what they're supposed to do, you know. And also, tanks. had some discussions with him on that. If you don't have, then it's a big trouble, you know. And it's a good thing, it's part of what we're teaching the upcoming surveyors. And I'm happy the cargo survey is part of the Center for Marine Surveyors.
We want to put our footprint in the industry to make sure that the people practicing. Many bankers, when they retire, they go into cargo surveying. Many bankers, because they know the secret. And we just want to give a helping hand to train them to sanitize in the industry. And this we have done for how many years now? Ladies and gentlemen, please, I want to appeal that you keep on supporting the center. Yes, we want to recognize ourselves today so that there will be a ladder to climb for people coming in, because we cannot ease out. But we want the industry to sponsor their staff in this, on this course. The postgraduate diploma is very, very rich. You can use it to go and do masters, and it is not Niger Delta University that we are collaborating with, that is championing it, that is moderating it, that is issuing the certificate. Thank you very much for giving me the floor to say.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this celebration of our professional association and recognition of our patriotic commitment to Nigeria's international trade, the economy, and the maritime industry. Today we gather to acknowledge the tireless efforts and dedication of Marine Surveyors in Nigeria. Your work ensures the smooth cooperation of our maritime trade, safeguarding our nation's interests and contributing to the growth of our economy. Your expertise in assessing and mitigating risks has been invaluable to the industry. Marine surveyors play a vital role in maintaining the integrity of our maritime operations. Your work encompasses a broad range of activities, including cargo inspections, vessel surveys, and regulatory compliance. Your expertise helps to prevent maritime accidents, to reduce risks, and to promote a safe and efficient maritime trade environment. The maritime industry faces numerous challenges, including marine debris, pollution, and climate change. These issues require collective action and cooperation among stakeholders to mitigate their impacts. As marine surveyors, you are at the forefront of identifying and addressing these challenges, working closely with government agencies, industry stakeholders, and environmental advocates. The Center for Marine Surveyors in Nigeria has made significant strides in promoting professionalism and technical excellence in marine surveying. Initiatives such as postgraduate diploma programs and industry partnerships have enhanced the skills and knowledge of marine surveyors. These efforts will continue to drive growth and development within the industry. In conclusion, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all members of the Center for Marine Surveyors of Nigeria for your dedication and commitment to the profession. Your work has not only contributed to the growth of our nation's maritime industry, but has also promoted professionalism and excellence in the field. I wish you continued success in your endeavors and look forward to seeing the impact of your work in the years to come. Thank you. Well, the Nigerian news media is currently awash with reports of yet another serious inland waterways boat mishap involving the accidental sinking of a river transit boat, together with the attendants' loss of lives. So the current problem that we have happened only, I think, about 4 days ago, and it happened in a place called the Jaranja River in the Shagari local government in Sokoto State. There have been several similar occurrences of riverine boat sinkings in the past, but this one that we're talking about that happened on August the 29th, there were 2 deaths and there are 9 survivors rescued. On August, there are several of these things and they are happening on a regular basis. Really, it's now an embarrassment and we really ought to talk about it. On August the 22nd, 2025, just a few days ago again, a boat accident occurred at Faji community in Sabon Birnin local government area of Sokoto State. Details of casualties are not specified, but it's reported as the second incident within 1 month. On August the 17th, the same August 2025, a wooden boat carrying over 50 passengers capsized midstream in Sokoto State, resulting in at least 10 bodies being recovered and 40 missing. So it's another way of saying that the 50 people who were in the boat absolutely all died. That's not the way for a country to go. So the idea really is that when I give you the background to all of this, we will all contribute to a discussion on what the government ought to do, and we would also take ideas as to who we should direct our commentary to. So let me just go back. I'm giving you the statistics for August, but go back to October 2024. A wooden vessel overloaded with nearly 300 passengers capsized in River Niger near Mukwa, Niger State, resulting in at least 60 deaths and over 160 rescued. May 2021, a boat accident in Kebbi State resulted in over 90 deaths after a vessel carrying about 200 people sank near Wara. Premium Times carried out an investigation, and between 2019 and 2023, 71 fatal boat accidents were reported along the River Niger and its tributaries, and claimed at least 1,072 lives in the last 4 years of that report. So let us look at it, the social, political, generalized cost and reputational consequences of the frequent maritime incidents in Nigerian inland waterways. The frequent maritime incidents in Nigerian inland waterways have severe social, political, economic, and reputational consequences. To address the recent and frequent maritime accidents in Nigeria, a comprehensive national policy panacea will need to be developed and will need to include the following maritime risk mitigation measures. The things that I have to identify is the context. First and foremost, before you have an accident, you have to have somebody who wants to go in a boat. Before you have an accident involving a boat and somebody drowning, they have to go through a jetty. Somebody has to be in charge. So, are these people all wearing life jackets? These are the things that we need to talk about. We need to establish regulations that give you, as per minimum, ensure all boats carry and passengers wear life jackets and penalties for non-compliance. We need to establish standards for the limits of the number of people who have to be carried in any boat that is making a transit. Boat operator training. Provide structured training and licensing for boat operators to reduce accidents caused by human error. Infrastructure developments. Of course, you need to have boats. Not everything that floats is a boat. There has to be standards actually for something that you want to use to transport people. Jetties and weather systems. You have to consider the fact that there has to be a jetty that somebody's got to climb the boat into the jetty or from the jetty into the boat. You also have to take into account the fact that there are weather systems, there's winds blowing, there is a tide and all of those things. Do you have people who are qualified enough to understand the state of those elements at that time and to factor in the effect that they might have on a heavily laden boat? Emergency response and rescue. If you have done all the things that you are supposed to do, and then the boat is in distress, do you have any emergency rescue boats? These are things that we really ought to really deal with. Emergency response teams. Establish and equip emergency response teams, including NEMA, NIWA, NIMASA, and state emergency management agencies to respond quickly and effectively to accidents. Search and rescue operations. You have to have people trained who can conduct regular search and rescue operations and provide necessary equipment and training to rescue teams, community awareness education, safety awareness campaigns. We need to conduct safety awareness campaigns to educate boat operators, passengers, and communities on the importance of safety protocols and regulations. Community engagement, well, it's similar to what I just said. Policy and institutional framework, review and update regulations. So who's actually responsible for all of this thing that I have been talking about? It's NIWA, isn't it?
NIWA.
And NIWA is in the blue economy. Do we have qualified people who really understand what needs to be done? That is a question that I asked. Interagency collaboration, foster collaboration between relevant agencies including NIMASA, NIWA, NEMA, and state governments in order to ensure coordinated approach to safety. Funding and resource allocation, necessary funds and resources to support safety initiatives and enforcement. It is not just sufficient every time we have these accidents and somebody says, oh, my thoughts are with these people. Your thoughts can't be with them all the time. They would rather their people didn't die, rather than they died and then so your thoughts are with them. I say that because it's not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third time that these things happen. But when you listen out to hear what the officials are going to say, so my thoughts are with these people, that is not really what you expect of a government agency in the circumstances. So I'm just going to jump and just go to the bigger picture. So if you look at their political consequences, these things is happening all the time. Government scrutiny, frequent incidents lead to government scrutiny and pressure to improve safety measures. Regulatory reforms, governments may introduce new regulations or enforcement mechanisms to mitigate risks. Public trust, repeated incidents can erode public trust in government agencies responsible for waterway safety. Economic consequences, of course that is there. If you are carrying your bag of oranges and they fall in the water, that's it. If you are lucky not to die yourself, your oranges are gone. Increased costs. Ship owners and operators face increased costs due to war risk insurance premium. We talk about that all the time. It's a contemporary topic of discussion. Impact on GDP. Everybody knows. Reputational consequences, negative perception. Frequent incidents create a negative perception of Nigeria's maritime industry and waterways. Investor confidence. Who will come to invest in your place when there is reports all the time that your boats are sinking? Nobody is coming. Tourism impact. Safety concerns will also affect tourism in areas with waterways. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very serious issue. It's happening all the time. It's happening too frequently. In the example that we gave there, where there were 71 incidents in 48 months, it means that in every month you have 1 and a fraction incidents, and in all of them, people die. Is this really the way to go? That's not the way that we can advertise ourselves as a developing country that has put necessary resources to developing its waterways. So we need to find a way to address some of these comments to the people who make policy for us. Mr. Chairman.
You never could not do this thing alone. You need the local government. And to get buy-in of the local government, because of the remoteness of the communities, you need the state government to give direction. Is NIWA ready to do the collaboration, which primarily I think that is will bring the immediate reduction. You cannot solve it. Reduction into boat mishaps. When we had this meeting with the minister 2 years when he came, I talk about the primitive boats. We need all over the world there are primitive boats, but research and design have gone into them to strengthen, I quote, what used to happen during the Noah's period. The type of cargo they can load, what they can do.
The quantity.
These people move on market days, you know, and then the boats are always overloaded. And the river can be wide as well, large spans of wind. Accident is common, and they move at night to get to the market in the morning. They close at night to get back to their places. So the work cannot reach, no way. even though they have so many area managers, they can't reach all those corners. So the reach is the problem. The presence in all these areas, especially the sensitive areas, for safety awareness campaign. They bought 6,000 life jackets. It's not the job of DOA to provide life jackets. It's to educate the people. The state government can play a role. And like in Lagos waters, you go to Liverpool, you see life jacket sewn with other foam inside. You cannot support anybody. So it's better you don't have than you have something in code that you think will save you and cannot. So this, and most of these people, they know fake life jacket. When government gives them, we have been chased out of Ebony before. They know it's cork inside it. Because when you give the contractor the supply, just sign, take it, have been awarded. But it's a serious issue, and I believe the stakeholders need to cry out. The stakeholders, themselves, the communities, need to cry out and see what solution is thinking out of the box, not going by the paper.
You won't get investors if you don't have the infrastructure there. Some of the challenges we faced, low tide, our propellers gone. And you know how much a propeller is. Then the jetty we're using, the local boats, we're using the next jetty. We're charging the same thing as the local boats, but our boats were designed not to go past a particular speed. This is a cultural thing. This is where education comes in. Nobody would get into our boats because they were slow. Yeah. They would rather go into the floating coffin. I can only call them a floating coffin. That's all. Than enter. So it's also a cultural thing. I mean, I personally went with our boats to Ikorodu one time. We're thinking of using that jetty there. I went there, and we were parked beside another boat that I swear I wouldn't wish my worst enemy to enter. It's a wooden boat with the door that you go inside. This is a wooden, not a scientifically designed boat. It's like a canoe, but covered. And I said to people, you know what? I'm not going to even charge you your fare. Just come and fill my boat. Maybe 3 people, because we're waiting for other people to come. We had 2 58 passenger boats. I mean, they're not small boats, they're solid, flat-bottomed, smooth riding boats. So it's, and you tend to wonder, you're paying the same price. At times we've even cut our price, which was crazy, but they would still go in these boats. And when you're talking about incidents, there will be so many times at night when our boat is passing, it would be rescuing so many passengers from the canoes that had fallen. I mean, every week there was one accident or the other. It's part of why we gave it up, because I thought to myself, if we are now overloaded, I'm not there. People die on our boat, how do you now live with that, you know? But it's I don't know if it's a cultural thing. We want to get here faster than anybody else, or we don't care, or 50 naira difference. Well, you know, it's a lot, apart from the infrastructure that you need, because as an investor, every time you go on the waterway and your propeller is ruined, you know how much a propeller will cost. That's the end of your engine, that's the end of everything. If that infrastructure is not put in place, and if like you rightly said, the jetties are not safe and secure. If something isn't done, if you want responsible boat owners to come in, then you should not allow the canoes, which are our traditional way. They can't work in the same market.
No.
They can't be in the same market. People will use them. They will prefer to use them, and so your investors will not want to, you know. When I say that, I'm mindful that that is the traditional way of transport, the canoes, whatever, you know. So it's something really hard to. I don't know what this was some years ago. I don't know what it is, what the business is like now. But
if you don't have professionals to tell you how to wear your jacket, to tell you where they hang the boys on the jetty and all of those things, then you go there, people will appropriate that money and the money is gone.
So, my take on this, you see, until we have a critical mass of knowledgeable and educated people, and I'm not talking of the real top level, top rank education, even the users of the services, until we have that critical mass, right? Really nothing much. We will continue in a small circles to be providing solutions, and of course the government will. Guest of honor with a token.
That's more than a token. It's gold in one corner.
A token in appreciation to all he has done and all he has promised to do, and his association with us on behalf of the council.
Yes.
And on behalf of the entire member of the center, we present this humble gift to you.
Thank you
As
very
a-
much. Thank you.
The handshake, sir.
Thank you.
It's been a long way as for the center, and we've achieved a lot, I must say. And the main reason is for perfection and professionalism, which would take the industry to a higher ground. And that's why I'm so happy Captain Inacho accepted our invitation to come. And he has talked well. We too, the same here. And definitely we won't leave you alone. It's not just saying you are our patron, but we won't leave you alone. Since we're your friends, we'll always be after you.
Yeah.
And I know that Mr. Lanyo definitely will do that.
Trust me on that.
So let me thank everybody for coming to attend. It's been a very successful gathering, and we hope to have more like this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.